Hi everyone, I'll be talking about reflecting on your teaching and then also adapting your teaching after doing that reflection. So reflecting on your teaching is super important and critical. It's basically examining your specific strategies, practices, student learning outcomes, and the overall learning environment that your students are in. Reflection also includes analyzing what really worked well for you and what kind of didn't work so well. And also after doing that reflection, considering alternate strategies that may improve the learning environment, the delivery of instruction, and also students' academic learning outcomes. So this reflective process is really to learn new ways and get the ability to make informed decisions about how instruction needs to change and improve to make your teaching more effective and help your students gain academic knowledge more effectively. So reflection can lead to several types of changes in the classroom and in teaching. The first kind of change it can lead to is modifying instruction. So this is kind of fully changing the lesson, the pace, the types of problems. If it's math, you could try using smaller numbers and do more conceptual things. But again, this is really a student-centered approach to changing and altering instruction to meet their exact needs they need. So this is really a common approach for students with disabilities that may be at lower academic levels than their peers. They may need that instruction modified a little more. So I'm a resource teacher, so this is something I do for my students a lot. I take their gen ed classwork and kind of modify it to an extent that just allows them to access it without them losing the key concepts that they're supposed to be learning. Another skill or adaptation to instruction is reteaching. So this is kind of something teachers should do if they feel like their students aren't learning something that they expected them to, or at the speed they're expecting it to. Going back over concepts that may not be mastered by the majority of the class, and doing kind of spiral reviews would be kind of in this category. So this is something that's really student driven again. It's based on like formative assessments, and it should be done. Formative assessments obviously should be done frequently, but it should lead to reteaching if students aren't doing as well as expected. And then you can also, doing reflection can also lead to enhanced differentiation in the classroom. So if you start noticing specific students aren't doing well on written response answers, maybe they would do better verbally telling their answers or drawing a diagram to explain their answers. So this would be differentiating kind of those assessments, which gives kids more options to show their knowledge. And again, it should be really, really reflective of how the kids are doing and what they're responding well to and what they're not so responding well to. And the last one I'm going to talk about is just strengthening classroom management. If this is more reflecting on the behaviors in the classroom and the classroom environment. So if a classroom's wild or kids aren't really following the rules, you may need to make new rules or go over rules again. You can implement self-matched charts for specific students that are struggling, or in younger grades, like the STAR charts. So kind of that behavioralist system may be necessary to review behavior throughout the day. So there's a lot of academic alterations you can make to your teaching, but also behavioral alterations that may be needed sometimes. So thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and see you guys next week.